last, but certainly not least on the aerial bots, it's Silverbolt. Not you, Silverbolt. Happy Thanksgiving. This is G1 Silverbolt, the leader of the aerial bots. The leader because of a very specific reason, and pretty much the only character trait he has. He's extremely scared of flying. And he turns into a plane. And he leads a team of other planes. Those are actually related because he was put in charge of the aerial bots, hoping he wouldn't freak out over flying. He'd focus more on leading the team, which apparently he does. But this is the new one. You know, with a name like Silverbolt, wouldn't you expect him to be like silver? Or, I don't know, white, like the Combiner Wars version? Now, inarguably, this is a better toy. He's a tiny bit shorter than his 10-year-old figure. As we all get older, we tend to get shorter. So that's understandable. Both basically Voyagers. Both with massive jet bits on their back. And who knows, if they do a complete team special box set, he might be repainted to actually be white. Now he just reminds me of those filthy neutrals. With neutrals, you never know where they stand. Let's show him with the rest of the team. This one. This one. This dude. This other dude. So articulation is very good. Ball jointed neck all the way. You can look up that far. You can look down a little bit. I like the shape of his helmet because it's very much a boxy. It's almost the same as a couple of his arm mates, only his face actually looks like part of it as opposed to just attached to it. Shoulders, universal. The wings can even get out of the way. Bicep swivel. You get an elbow bend and also an elbow bend. No wrist joint for any purpose of wrist swivel, but you get a transformation joint. You do get a waist swivel, something the Combiner Wars version didn't have. It is slightly limited by the backpack, and you can't really get the backpack farther out of the way than that. He has a waist joint. You can actually fold the backpack closer to lock everything in place, but that hinders the waist joint even more. Then it only goes there. But the hips are the only ratchets on this part. And they're only forwards and backwards. Outward, no ratchet. Thigh swivel. You get a deep double jointed knee due to how it transforms. You get a massive ankle joint for his massive foot, and a pivot, which breaks the foot because you're just ripping it open. You do get a heel joint. So articulation is good. It is very good. I like what he brings to the table. And somehow these shoulder pads are iconic. I don't understand it, but yeah. They're probably the most iconic design feature on this guy. Is just these tiny wings on his shoulders. And he does have an accessory. Well, he's got multiple accessories, but this is the only one for this mode. It's a gun. It looks a hell of a lot more substantial than his subordinates. It's a proper little hand cannon, which is good. I like it. He also comes with an accessory. This thing. Because he's sold in this box as a commander. And how do you bulk out the commander price point when you just have a figure that's a deluxe? Ship him with a bunch of bullshit. It's not complete bullshit. It does some stuff. But you do get the first, as far as I know, complete shot of the 13 primes. Because normally you just get the cut off bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh yeah, that's Star Convoy, or Star Optimus Prime in that 13, even though I really don't know the lore of Star Convoy much. But I'm pretty sure he isn't one of the 13 original Primes. He came out like Battle Stars after G1. With like Super Megatron. Like it was a comic book thing. And who on here don't I have yet? Oh yeah, like 2 of them. Amalgus. 3 of them. There's a big insect one. 4 of them. 5 counting Star Convoy, but I don't care about Star Convoy. And so this massive lump, well, it has a feature that goes with the robot mode. So we're just going to fold this piece out for reasons. Remove, untab that. Remove this whole section. We're going to fold that. And if I can remember how this works, you want it facing that way. Rotate. Took out one of his teammates. I think you want the screws. Yeah. And then you want it upside down. And it tabs onto these 4 slots. Like that. Which doesn't feel secure, but okay then. And now this piece, which is very obvious what it is, it's going to slot right there. And you have what is essentially a wall. A large wall, like a bunker, like a shield, like a wall. With a massive hole where anybody who has 2 brain cells would probably aim for. This thing sucks. Moving on. We're reattaching. I'm putting this back on. We're going to leave this off to the side. Well, we convert him to jet mode. So like the robot mode, I actually like. He's a lot more stable than 10-year-old Silverbolt. So fold the wrists in and fold the elbows back. And also fold in the heel spurs. And use this joint to fold the foot up. Now, open his chest. Pull out the combined mode head. Fold the robot mode head in. Fold the arms in. And then fold the chest panel back. Now the head's just going to sit there, and you're going to fold out some landing gear. Rotate the leg so it's going to slide in. I did not mention that there are gaps in the backs of his shins for this very specific reason right here. Because they slide onto the robot mode arms. And then the wing closes, and you can fold out the little tip of the wing. The same thing on the other side. Wing. Now we're going to come to the very long nose cone. And it's going to tab in right here and tab in to the helmet. To the combined mode, you just gotta... You might have, as I do, if you don't have the helmet at the right angle, you pop one of the antenna off. And then you drop it again. You just have to kind of... It's very much about what angle and what height the robot mode, combined mode head is positioned in. And I'll get it eventually. There. Needs to be a little bit higher than what I was trying to do. But now you open, fold out the nose cone, close that, and come to the skirt panels, fold them down for some landing gear. Oh, and take the back fin, close it up so it resembles a tail fin, and there you go. You have Silverbolt in his jet mode. Surprisingly, in hand, I don't hate this jet mode. Now, what the hilarious thing about Silverbolt throughout his whole life, when he's not being a weird wolf eagle thing, you want me to turn you into a peacock? Thought not. When he's being this, it's a Concorde. What's known about Concordes is they're planes capable of going, well, higher than any other aircraft. At least. So he's somebody afraid of flying, choosing an alt mode where it'll be flying the highest. That's one way to try and combat your fears. Now, I had been, I don't want to say dead set, but I was not a fan of this, like when it was revealed, images. I wasn't sold on it versus the Combiner Wars version I already had. And unlike the Stunticons, there's no guarantee of a Generation 2 set. So, I decided to buy it from the Robot Scrapyard. And you know, despite the very obvious issues, maybe it's just one issue, the amount of kibble underneath, even some of it breaking through to the top side, I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. I do like that transformation. I really like the way the legs fold up onto the arms. Like, that's something I don't think I've ever seen before. That seems really clever. And come on, using the combined mode head as landing gear, that's just brilliant. And apparently this foldable nose is like a throwback to the G1 toy or something. Not that I'll ever own a G1 Superion. You can plug this gun underneath for an attack mode, I guess. It's just storage, but that is the only 5mm port on this entire jet mode. There's nothing. There's actually nothing. And we're going to lead into a way to actually make somebody hate this. This. You're going to fold out two sections, these red clips, and you're going to attach it to the back of the plane. If it actually wants to. There we go. It's going to attach like that. Fold the wings down. And the wings are going to tab into this piece as well. And now we're going to split the, I guess, tail fin back open. I don't know if we need to, but bring this back. Return it to its stock small configuration. Plug it back in. And yep. If they were going for hating this design, right here, they certainly succeeded. Because all I have to say is, what the fuck? Now, I'm not an expert on flying. I've only been on a plane maybe once in my life, but I really don't think planes are supposed to have this much baggage. Like, it's got as much baggage as Eminem does emotional baggage. Like, it's not good. You took a toy that's ostensibly okay, verging on pretty good, and now you've just bogged it down with a bunch of carry-on garbage. Like, what function does this actually provide to this jet? Like, I can't imagine it's easy to fly it, adding that much more weight. We should ask Astrotrain about how to deal with this much weight. Like, and it becomes a sea of dull gray. Literally, the only interesting things are the Autobot badges breaking up the sea of boredom. And I get it. Unfortunately, you needed something for the combiner bits to go in vehicle mode. I kind of get it, but it just... pathetic wings. It just sucks. It just sucks. Like, there's no way to really sugarcoat how wasteful this is and how little it makes me want to play with this mode. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to play with the plane mode. I'm going to attach a backpack to it. A gun that's not even usable. Like, alright, we're... disengage. We're opening of Dark Knight Rises. Just chuck it out the back. We're going to do some vehicle mode size comparisons. And then we'll wrap up because I am not extending this video for the sake of this thing. Skydive? Air raid. Slingshot. Hot dog. With wings. Fireflight. This horrible attempt at a plane. What even is this wing structure? And now Kiss. Silverbolt on his own. If you're going for the full team, you do kind of have to pick him up, but I don't know if he's good. He's better. Is he better enough? I'm not sure. I like him. It almost feels like a pity-like. Like, yes, functionally you're very good. You have solid modes. But he's just brought down by necessary but unfortunate baggage. My dating profile. If you're going for him on his own, I don't know if you want him. Like, you have to really want him. You have to be okay with the annoying stuff. Much like trying to date in 2025. You have to get through the annoying stuff to find the stuff that you actually want. And if he has the stuff you want, sure. But I would say the negative almost outbalances the positive. Luckily, we have one other mode that might be able to bring it all around and put a cherry on this flying squad. So, until next time, soar high. Oh, it was an old saying on my elementary school posters. It's like, aim for the stars, because even if you miss, you'll land amongst the clouds. Not sure how to actually relate that in real life, but fly into the stars. Just not... How do I skirt around the subject of flying into space? I won't. Bye. Keep it weird.